The concept of neutrality as an antidote to the ego presents a nuanced framework for self-observation and psychological balance. The ego, in its essence, is introduced here as a false reflection of the self, a manufactured construct formed not solely by inner self-awareness, but significantly through the interpretation of others' perceptions. This indirect feedback loop creates a persona based more on the societal mirrors than authentic self-understanding. The first step in minimizing ego, therefore, is an honest recognition. What one perceives as me is not an absolute, immutable entity, but a transient idea assembled from external impressions and inner judgments. Time, or more specifically, the passage and perception of time, stands in direct opposition to the ego's impulses. While the ego yearns for immediate reaction and redress to perceived slights, the passage of time introduces space, an interval that permits observation rather than action, reflection rather than reaction. In this context, the moment becomes both a microcosm and a laboratory. It is within the span of a single moment that one can catch the impulses of the ego, observe them without attachment, and, crucially, decide not to act upon them rashly. The discipline of neutrality requires a shift of attentional focus from the personal to the objective. In a given situation, such as being called lazy or mean, the automatic response is defensive. The ego leaps up, demanding validation or retaliation. Yet employing neutrality involves a pause, a deliberate focus on the temporality and factuality of the event, rather than the personal implication. One observes not the wound to the self, but calibrates one's awareness to the event itself. The significance of the label lazy or mean is then stripped from its personal sting and evaluated simply as an external occurrence in time. Two logical outcomes present themselves. If the critique contains truth, one may adapt one's behavior accordingly. If not, no personal affront is necessary, rendering retaliation superfluous. In practice, this method aligns closely with philosophical traditions, such as Stoicism and elements of mindfulness meditation. It is not a doctrine of inaction, but a skillful inaction toward impulses that only serve to aggrandize or protect the ego. Rather, it is action rooted in clarity, where movement follows authentic reality rather than false appearances. The risk of misinterpretation lies in conflating neutrality with passivity or indifference. True neutrality is active. It is an engaged, lucid observation that deliberately refrains from energizing the false self. The text emphasizes the collective aspect of human experience. How much of we consider individuality is intricately interwoven with the perceptions and reactions of others. In moments of retrospective clarity, individuals often recognize that the actions taken to defend or avenge the ego are regrettable, often perpetuating harm rather than fostering understanding. This realization undercuts the centrality of the ego and opens the possibility for a wider identification with the collective human experience, further reducing the compulsion to take events personally. Examples elucidate the approach. When faced with an insult, neutrality invites the observer to recognize the insult as an event, not a commentary on an essential self. If reflection reveals some accuracy, it becomes an opportunity for self-improvement. If not, the event passes as does any other moment in time, needing no response. Through repetition, this process of detachment becomes more accessible, though it is not effortless. The final ingredient, patience, is recognized as necessary for mastery. Old patterns are not easily dislodged, and egoic reactions are deeply ingrained. In conclusion, neutrality is the practice of observing the progression of moments without overlaying them with the demands, insecurities, or narratives supplied by the ego. By centering attention on observation and time, rather than the illusionary me, individuals may find a steadier, more compassionate stance towards both themselves and others.